Man, Uncle Steve certainly knows how to shop on Black Friday and Cyber Monday. The wealthy Mets owner Steve Cohen agreed to a 3-year, $130 million contract with three-time Cy Young Award winner Max Scherzer. That move came on the heels of deals for Starling Marte, Mark Canha, and Eduardo Escobar last Friday. The Mad Max deal teamed Scherzer atop the Mets rotation with two-time Cy Young Award winner Jacob deGrom, forming one of the most accomplished pitching tandems in Major League Baseball history. From a wider perspective, fans, it signifies the Mets' continued push to become one of baseball's model franchises, as in they can go out and get any free agent they want. 5 stars for the Mets here, good enough to headline on 5 on 5 at number 5. We'll keep the good times rolling. In it for a win is a win, even if it's an ugly one. Perhaps the Giants were inspired by Michael Strahan's jersey retirement. I see you, number 92, or simply the presence of their longtime rival, Philadelphia. No matter the reasoning here, it was an ugly 13-7 win, but when wins are in short supply, you take what you can get when you can get it. The Giants are 4-7 and technically still in the playoff hunt. Here's more with the G-Men.
I think with the defense, the point we made this week was it's just about team defense. And that sounds generic, right? We say that a lot, team defense. When you play a team like this, and when you look at the offense in terms of how they make a lot of plays, and they've been so productive with the run game specifically in the last few weeks, and really what leads to those runs being so productive. And a lot of times they do a good job coming off the ball, so don't take this the wrong way, but they do a really good job, more so than just knocking you off the ball, of getting you out of lanes, getting you misfits, getting the edge, getting you out of the C-gap, whatever it may be. And they really go ahead and they pose a threat and pose issues with the way that quarterback can run. And the one thing he does a really, really good job of is he holds that thing at that mesh point for a long time. And that really forces the read and it forces it to declare as a defense and how you're going to play. And this guy does a really good job of running this offense.
Making sure everybody's getting reps, everybody knows what they're doing. It was times like when it did happen, when the switches were made, we just had to communicate with each other off the field just to make sure everybody knew exactly what they were doing on what call. So I feel like we did that and we played well. We didn't miss a beat, which was a really good thing for our unit.
Winning weekend for the NFL locals here in the tri-state area. Giants grab the 4th spot. The Jets come in here at number 3. Gangrene beat the Texans last Sunday, 21-14, to notch their 3rd victory of the season. Zach Wilson was not impressive at quarterback and his return from a knee injury, but as he has been in the previous wins, looked much better in the second half after calming down for the Jets. The Jets, too, will take it here.
He throws those little rockets. So he'll figure all that stuff out. But I thought, for the most part, we get that turnover to start the game. Offense gets down there. We're able to get a field goal out of it. And then we kind of hit a lull there where there was a lot of 3-and-outs and defense battling, gave up a couple of touchdowns. But that drive before the half was huge. I thought they did a great job. They worked all the way down the field, scored that touchdown. We get a chance to lap them, which we did, which is big. And but in that second half, he made the plays he needed to make, and the offensive line did a great job opening up seams for our running backs. And I think we're averaging over 4.5 a clip, so it was a really good day offensively.
My mentality in those is to rip the ball, and that's why I'm not playing timid, and that's why some of those are probably coming in fast, because I'm telling myself just to rip it, play free and let it go. And yeah, I got to adjust, and I will. I'm gonna work on that with those guys, but that's why some of them came in like that, is I'm trying just to play fast. Those big plays, and I told the coaches on the sideline, I'm like, even though things are rough, I keep calling it. We're gonna be good. I'm gonna get into that rhythm, into that flow, and so. You got to be able to just hit that reset button and just say, on to the next play. And so that was the challenge for tonight, is how can I just keep going and keep pushing through. And, we got some good plays there, and Elijah made some great catches. But, we just got to get that going from the beginning. I got to get that going. These guys have showed they can do it, and so it's me. I got to hold myself accountable for the way I start and get those guys going from the beginning.
Somewhere college basketball's John Rothstein is tweeting, "Who needs the NFL?" The Hoops Insider often makes the joke on Twitter, and honestly, he might be onto something here. College hoops has been great to start the season, like upset central great, you know what I mean? Last week's most memorable win included a win for the ages for Rick Pitino and the Iona Gaels out of New Rochelle. The Gaels upended all manners of history in shocking number 10 Alabama 72-68 at the ESPN Events Invitational. Coming in, the all-time record by the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference against Associated Press top 10 teams was 0-119 until Thanksgiving, that is, and a game played just down the road from the Magic Kingdom. You can't make this stuff up. Iona pulled off the upset despite enduring a 4.5-minute scoreless stretch in the second half and going 4 for 21 in three-pointers for the game. The Gaels never led by more than 5 in this one. Pitino has now beaten top 10 opponents at 4 different schools: Providence, Kentucky, Louisville, and Iona. The first 3 he coached to the Final Four. Here's more from Pitino and Iona men's basketball.
Alabama has a great team. We knew what we were. We waited a year for this moment because last year we didn't have the team to play against Alabama. We tried awfully hard, came close. This year we felt that they were a great basketball team, and if we could limit them from making a large number of threes, we thought we had a shot. And with the exception of a couple, we did that. We played really, really well tonight. They're a superbly coached basketball team. I have great respect for Nate, great respect for the Alabama Crimson Tide, and right now I have unbelievable respect for my guys.
The Gaels had a letdown against Belmont following the upset and then dropped the holiday tourney finale to Kansas. But there's no doubt Iona is on the national radar. Rothstein has them as a top 45 team in the country. We move from 2 to 1 here on the front end of 5 on 5. 5 sports stories that you may have missed and 5 to look out for. In at 1, a tale of 2 in the City's game. The Knicks beat Atlanta and have decided to go forward with Alec Burks at starting point guard, benching Bronx native Kemba Walker for now, while the Nets, despite a better record than the Orange and Blue, could not handle the red-hot Phoenix Suns in the marquee matchups on the NBA hardwood on the week. Here's more from the NBA.
We held them to 90 points. Them being the second best offense in the league, it shows that we're very capable. Now for us, it's a matter of consistency. Again, we know we can beat anybody, but we also know we can lose against anybody, and play very inconsistently. So we need to look at that win, what we did good, and do it again in a couple of days.
The Knicks and the Nets met on Tuesday night in Brooklyn. We count up here on the back end of 5 on 5, looking at some games that you should be keeping on the calendar this coming weekend. The Knicks host Denver Saturday at MSG, 1 p.m. tip-off there. The Nets come in here at 2 with a pair of weekend games. They host Minnesota tonight and Chicago tomorrow, both 7:30 p.m. starts. And at number 3, F1 comes down to the final 2 Grand Prix of the calendar. This weekend, the Saudi Arabian GP. You can watch Formula 1 at 12:30 in the afternoon, Sunday, right here in the States. Sunday, we'll also see the Giants back in action in the NFL. The G-Men are in Miami to face the Dolphins at 1 p.m. Really good Dolphins defense down there. Meantime, the Jets are home to face the Eagles at MetLife Stadium. That game also kicks at 1. That's 5 on 5 to the C-list for an update on another Bronx point guard. Can't say I was pleased with the Knicks news about Kemba, but his role may be best suited at this point coming off the bench. That is, once he's back in the rotation, hopefully. While the Borough's best point guard of recent times is looking to regain his footing in the NBA, it seems like we are getting a taste of the future on the college basketball hardwood. And I'm not afraid to say you heard it here first either. Last year, during holiday time, we sat down with St. Ray's star Malachi Smith to talk about his decision to follow his brother at Dayton. Smith has hit the ground running in college hoops, being named MVP of that same ESPN tournament where Pitino and the Gaels made headlines last week. Headlines of his own for Smith. In his 6th college game, Smith held his own against some of the most experienced guards in the country and helped engineer one of the biggest victories in Dayton history. The Flyers beat number 4 Kansas 74-73 on a last-second shot. Smith scored 10 points on 5 of 10 shooting and led the team with 6 assists and 5 turnovers in 34 minutes. He had an even better game in a 76-60 victory against the Miami Hurricanes, scoring 14 points on 6 of 7 shooting and tallying 7 assists without a turnover. Welcome to the national spotlight, Mally's World. That's your look at sports. I'm Bobby C.